Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's been very laborious 2 days working together, communicating, connecting. So many thoughts and ideas boiling up. I think it is time for us to burst into action. 2 days of talks, 2 days of thoughts exchange are more than enough. Time for recommendations, time for action plans, time for making sure that we reap the fruits of a full year of excitement. We've been very excited towards meeting this year in Abu Dhabi, and we believe that we can do it. I will skip you the protocol side. We've been doing this for 2 days now. It is really important for us to make sure that we, as I said, get the maximum of our talks and burst into action. Would like to introduce our topic of the day. The technology track, the effect of AIR and the IoT on boosting industrialization investment plans. For that, we have a prominent panel. Our distinguished moderator will be Dr. Weixi Gong, Chief Division of ITPOs and Institutional Partnerships of UNIDO. I insist, UNIDO. Welcome to the stage. Come in. And there is a typo on the screen. We apologize for that. Philippines is a beautiful nation, but UNIDO is a more global one. You may have a seat. Our distinguished panelists, I would like to welcome Mr. Ubaidilli Al-Ubaidilli, President of Arab ICT Union, who's been with us for 3 days. Good, a champion. Dr. Krunoslav Rys, excuse me if I pronounce it, Chief Executive Officer of Lumen SPA Ltd and Digital Transformation Consultant. Welcome, sir. Alexei Yuzhakov, CEO and founder of Eugene Technologies, RDI Robots. Welcome, sir. Mr. Jassim Ashikar, EEA Board Member and Head of Industrial Committee, Emirati Entrepreneurs Association. Welcome, sir. Wishing you an exciting moment. Have a good one. We have another one? Yes. That's the second. That's the, you may introduce. Yeah. Now, apologies for that. I have to make sure that I announce.
I'm already here.
You are already here, but your name counts for us.
Sounds good.
So, Mr. Ali S-Selami, CEO of AXL Electric Vehicles Inc. Motors. Have a good one.
Sounds good.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, distinguished panelists, it is our opportunity to have a brief talk here about
This is what you've been.
it is our opportunity to to share the expertise of different panelists on the topic of effect of 4AR, Fourth Industrial Revolution, and Internet of Things on the industry investment plans. What does it mean? Traditionally, we have our classical sectors, manufacturing. Traditionally, we have our investment plan. Every new technology brings opportunity for the industry sectors to have new opportunity to investment and opportunity to make a new return, to make the industry value chain, through the value chain, upgraded. Today, we have the opportunity to learn from panelists their personal experience in the process of digital transformation from traditional manufacturing to fourth industry upgrading. And so the Master of Ceremony has introduced briefly the name of each panelist. Allow me to share the honor with the Master of Ceremony, introduce more about our panelists. They are special representatives from the sectors from different angles. Allow me to give each one has the 2 sentences. One is Mr. Obadiah, and specialized in the area of digital transformation and leading the Arabic ICT Union as president, and also as a leading journalist in the region. So I may ask you to share experience in this area at a later stage. Dr. Krunoslav Rees is a CEO of LTD.
Yes, Lumens Bay.
And LTD and digital transformation consultants in this area. Consultants has a feature that's where the money comes from, consultancy is offered. So now is a new opportunity for you to tap the easy money for you in the sector, or it is still very tough?
It's tough.
Still tough, good. So you will be asked to share experience how you get your consultancy and tough money in your pocket.
Okay.
So that's more interesting. That shows that your interlinkage with your clients. What is the needs of clients? So that's your Western strength, okay? And Alex Yuzakov, yes, is a handsome Russia guy and CEO of RDI Robots. So, to my best knowledge, you have a manufacturing firm behind to produce robots. The robots could be served for different purposes, and the robots could serve to better of human life and living quality of life. Maybe some special features in some how to make the life more with artist features. So you may be asked in these areas. It's okay? The last stage on is Ali Islam. Though you were not introduced before, but your product will be more impressive. You are going to present SUV in the coming days.
Yes.
So that makes sense for the new contribution to the city transportation.
Yes.
So your experience will be kind of asked to share how it contribute from 2 aspects. One is from industry upgrading and technology application point of view. Second, how it will be contributive to the city life, urban life. through your products. Jasim Ashika, a famous chairman in the ATTA and also in the business supporting service sectors. And your experience particularly attractive, how the digital transformation be contributive to the society, how the young generation could be motivated through the vocational training and education. Thank you very much. Now we are give the opportunity for colleagues to enjoy the expertise of panelists. At a later stage, if you are interested in any specific topic, please feel free to raise up your hands. The session today is not in the way the person come here to deliver a statement. The session today will run in an interactive way. Okay? So allow me to, before that, I want to share one short film to see what the robot means. Do you have the film, Alexei? 1 second, or how much? 20 second film.
10 seconds.
Okay, please. Look, let us see. It's a human being or robots?
Alex, is that you?
What is the influential of this guy on the society? Can you imagine? No. Mr. Ubaidali, may I ask you to share the expertise we discussed before? Please, the floor is yours.
First of all, I'd like to thank UNIDO ITPO to give me the chance to express my thoughts about the role of IT or ICT when it comes to manufacturing. My habit, I don't give lectures. I interact with the audience. So let me start with this young lady. What is the last industry you think it will have a direct impact by the ICT? Give me the worst example. Which industry?
So, is there any microphone?
Constructions, downstream, aluminum in Bahrain. Just give me one name. One. Here. This lady, beautiful lady.
Hi. I would say coal extraction.
Extraction. Okay. I'll ask you, the other young lady here in violet. What is the last age that has not any relation with ICT?
The lady in violet.
50, 60, 70?
70?
70. Okay. I'm 76 and I'm still using ICT. I live, drink, eat ICT. First of all, I know that people will think that when it comes to ICT, they talk about mobiles, and I'm warning you, you have only 5 years before you have your mobile in your thumb. So this is a very old-fashioned channel of communication. Number one, ICT as we speak can impact any industry you might think of. If we talk about constructions or real estate, it's easy. I'll immediately tell you about 3D printing. And instead of going through all the process, the hectic, money-consuming, time-consuming, building the models, showing your customer the models, you can do it virtually, and you can build your 3D yourself in your home without need of any, let's say, engineer, designer, whatever. So, and you save, minimum, between 20 to 43% of your budget, depending on the percentage of your interference or participation in building your own house, to the details. Second, I'll go for training. Now with Metaverse, you don't have to take the trainees to the locations, whether it's airport, downstream, aluminum, brass, whatever. You can do all your training in a cube, and you will have AR, VR, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, whereby you will take the environment to the trainee, and he will live the same experience that he will do when he does or she does the real training. By this, you save up to 70% of your cost and better 80% of better performance for your recipient. So this is where you have the impact of, let's say, ICT in manufacturing. Now, to do this, it is not the, let's say, the machines, it is not the software, it is the human being. And 70% of startups in the ICT failed, and guess what was the reason? Clarity. Because people who would like to move, to transfer themselves from this traditional to modern, or they don't have the clarity of what they want. They know what they don't want, but they don't know what they want. So it takes them a lot of time consuming, money consuming, capital consuming in order to reach what they want. But on the other hand, there are at least in health, manufacturing, transportation, logistics between 40 to 65, let's say, experiences using ICT in their operation that succeed. Reason is clarity. Reason is clarity. So I think when it comes to the impact of ICT in manufacturing, all what we have to do is just we know what do we want, whether it is downstream or software.
Thank you very much. You mentioned a key word, the clarity. The reason for startup, why they are going to fail,
Yes.
not successful. In fact, that is the beautiful side for the consultancy. So that's this gentleman,
Yes.
he makes his money because many other startup does not see the clarity. Because the sector application of ICT in the traditional manufacturing, they may not know even their positioning in the comprehensive through the industrial value chain manufacturing, like Ali, or just partially upgrading or point-to-point application. Now let's listen how he makes money. Floor is yours.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, I will tell that consultancy is really hard and tough job, especially in digital transformation, because most of the company that they think that they made digital transformation by buying laptops, Office 365 and Skype, that they are digitally transformed. No, this is not the truth. Most of our clients, when they told us, oh, we want to implement digital transformation, they don't know what does it mean actually. So first of all, this is the cultural change inside of the organization, that it needs to go from the top to the bottom. Second of all, they still don't know what are their pay points, what they are paying them. They just want to be cool, they just want to make automatization, they just want to cut some workplaces or to transform people to do some other things, but they don't know how. So this is when we are jumping, how we are doing that. First of all, we make something which is called digital transformation assessment. It's a series of questions along other 10 or 12 categories, depending on the industry. But let's talk about manufacturing, if we are talking about the manufacturing. And then we give to all those stakeholders to answer those polls and questionnaire. And based on those data that they provided to us, we make some conclusion. Second thing what we need to do is to go to interview those stakeholders and ask them how they're conducting their day-to-day activities, day-to-day business. And based on that, we can see opportunities to automate it some. For example, if they are using Excel to fill up some forms and then have 10 different Excels, then we will suggest them that they need to have some kind of centralized database, that they don't need to do a repetitive work. Third, after we target what we need to automate, what kind of the process, then we suggest technology. So what kind of technology company can afford to themselves? Will it be enterprise technology level? Will it be out-of-the-box solution? Will they need to adjust some kind of open source solution to their business? And then we integrate all those things that the stakeholders told us inside one piece of software, but some kind of the database that it can be shared along all other stakeholders, depending of permissions, who can see what. And after that, we give them some result of our findings. So based on our internal experience, then we have problems. Because as the gentleman mentioned before, the human capital, the humans are those guys that they can actually create digital transformation, and they need to change. Technology is just on top of the humans, how they want to actually execute that. So after we come with our findings and we build a prototype user experience, this is the clickable prototypes that we represent to our clients, then they can actually be aware what does it mean to implement digital transformation from top to bottom. One of the key things that most of the clients want is to improve the sales ratios, that they can sell more things, or that they can offer more services to the third party, on another maybe locations, or to another targeted audience. And then we implement something which is called omni-channel, where we put their clients in the center metric system across all channels: internet, offline channels, mobile phones, whenever they can approach their channels. Of course, in the future, to augmented reality and things like that. So all those things, it lasts for the 3 months to 6 months to 9 months. It's depending on the company size and the industry that we are actually in and that we are doing our consultancy business. And when we are making that document, it's not the end of the process. This is just the beginning of the process. Because then we need to be assured that the companies that actually will implement that will do it according to our standards, that we make the standardization of the digital transformation for that company. So it's not easy job. It's a long-lasting process, and the companies needs to be 100% that they will get what they actually paid. And as I mentioned before, most of the startups fail, and most of the company fails in digital transformation because they didn't actually accept and saw what it will be the end of the road.
Thank you very much, Reese. I think you are deserved to earn your money.
Thank you.
And you have done a good job. Let us talk about his job. He's doing what? He's doing number one, demand assessment. Number one, demand assessment. Number two, supply side assessment. Number three, match them, identify concrete technologies. And number four, compare technologies with the cost effectiveness considered in mind, give a proposal so that the solution is adaptable, acceptable by the money giver, and make the things move. Of course, there are many technology behind, but at large, he consider whether the guy is able to pay him. If the guy not able to pay him, he does not provide a solution. So
similar like that, yeah.
So this is his methodology. The methodology works in January. Why? UNIDO. I'm working with the division. We are doing the same, but we are not competing with him. We pave the way for more colleagues like Reese doing the larger scale consultancy for the industrial sectors, sector by sectors. He's doing one sector. We provide more opportunity for more consultancy to do more sectors. Our job, the division of ITPO, Investment Technology Promotion Offices, and institutional partnership, my colleague here, they are all top level specialists. You earn the money, they do not earn money additionally. they provide a public good service. Okay.
Okay.
On this occasion, I promote United Nations. I promote my colleagues. Please utilize our service. We offer broader service to identify more colleagues like risk in different sectors, agro sector, food sector, and infrastructure,
Government.
and manufacturing, etc. Okay. So on this occasion, I want to congratulate you, Riz. You have done excellent job. We need, from value chain point of view, we pay the ground highway. You do the country road further to the money.
Thank you.
Okay. However, each one play a role in the process of manufacturing upgrading. From the consultancy point, you can see the panelists. They are really representative from different players in the sectors. Now I want to give the floor to Alex. This is the technology. This is the technology, the core parts of the sector upgrading, digital transformation from a traditional manufacturing to modernization of the manufacturing. Floor is yours, Mr. Roberts, Master of Roberts.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Actually, you know, all of speakers also provide the information of 2 days on this summit that data is base, data is core of industrial revolution and new kind of industrial, of course. And you know, I am on the same way. And my part is robotics. I believe that this world is full of data, full of information, and full of knowledge, but it all is in the state on the absolute and total mess. But how to work, how to operate with these conditions when all information around us is not structured? As for me, we need to use of the ones which abilities and opportunities are far more versatile than ours. Yes, to use the robots. I believe that just robots and artificial intelligence can handle some tasks which require long-term, monotonous, and scrupulous work. First of all, in dirty, dangerous, and dull spheres, of course. Robots will be everywhere in all spheres, museum, banking area, on the stage, like a panelist also. It will be as natural for us as it is natural for us to use smartphone or computers today. And you know why I believe that data will shape our future? Because all data around us, when we structured, plus metadata, gives us information. Information with first-time application gives us knowledge. Knowledge with multiple application gives us skills. Skills, if we know description of process, gives us technology. And technology already itself, we can always automate or robotize. That's why I believe that data is really significant, because we, as humans, are also like organic robots in the process. Every day we process data, structured data, information, skills, knowledge through our brain. The same as artificial intelligence for hardware robots. So, actually, you know, also, I think that it could be 3 ways of development. And if we imagine, for example, first way of development of robotics could be that robot will be work with us in our infrastructure and our environment. It means that will help us and work with us in this room, for example. So there are restrictions and requirements for its shape, size, speed, functionalities. Let's imagine, for example, this room. In this way, the robot must be able to use the stairs, open the doors, avoid obstacles, etc. So, to live in the existing infrastructure, robot should be anthropomorphic, humanoid, and maybe with bipedal stabilization. That's why I believe that humanoid robots is our future. And I believe that it could be like universal robotics platform. Because we, as humans, also have only one kind of platform for different tasks. Yeah? For educational, for services area, for industrial, we have only 2 legs, 2 hands, 1 head, but difference in our knowledge, competence, and skills. So the same as software for hardware robots. That's why my vision is that, of course, integral part of new industrial area and revolution, of course, robotics.
Thank you very much, Alex. New industrial area need a new technology, and new technology give the opportunity for return on investment. I will ask you later next round about your return on investment. Be ready.
Yeah.
Now go to Ali. Ali, you have been a renowned international investment lawyer. Why do you all of a sudden change to a manufacturer, SUV?
Yeah.
Did you receive new rich money overnight? Or what the reason you have this change of investment?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Gong. Actually, that's a very good question. Thank you. I used to be an international investment lawyer. I was working mainly in the automotive sector. And 2.5 years ago, I had this vision to create a new electric vehicle. And 2.5 years later, we're actually revealing our first electric SUV from this region. We're doing our world premiere. We believed in one of my most objective predominantly to do this was I believe people needed to have choice to have different electric vehicles, to drive and have a new driving experience. But most importantly, this company was founded with the vision that we all need to contribute to lower our carbon emission and reduce basically and have a more environmental sustainable mission that we all have to have. But this was the reason that we founded the company. Given my past experience, all the elements was there, and I believe that the future of driving is certainly electric, and it's a big market, it's a huge market, and with that, it comes a lot of challenges, and obviously the automotive sector is one of the largest contributor to the fourth industrial revolution. Is one of the biggest sector that adopts smart manufacturing. And we have, just by way of example, we have the vehicle that we've actually developed, we have over-the-air updates, cloud systems that it can monitor your vehicle. It can send updates from the cloud for you to fix issues that are with your vehicle, so you don't have to bring the car for service all the time. All of our vehicles are connected to the internet, and you can essentially we can monitor, and these data can potentially be communicated with us, with the OEM, to monitor the status of the vehicle, status of the components. If we see what's going on with the vehicle, then we can easily predict and we can easily adapt what parts or that needs changing, and it can be done to save time and have a more efficient driving experience. For example, we're using some of the things that can be used, like IoT chips and sensors can be used essentially for different parts of our assembly line that can communicate between and machine learning that can monitor the process of the assembly. They can monitor to see where we can optimize, where we can essentially save cost, and where we can essentially improve in different things. So all of this has been made possible over the last 10 to 15 years. The technology is advancing in the sector. We really believe that because the future of driving is electric, it's an important aspect for us to take steps and really offer people the next generation of technology, next generation of a driving experience.
Thank you very much, Ali. The next round, I will ask a question in this relevance. Okay.
Sure.
However, I want to. My question, original question was, what make you of sudden change from lawyer to an entrepreneur?
Right.
In this regard, okay? Because it is an opportunity. We are talking about industrialization investment plan.
Sure.
So it means the change, something initiated, trigger you.
Sure.
Okay,
Right.
and from you will be on your return.
Sounds good.
Okay. Now we are talking about how the digital transformation from the traditional manufacturing to through the 4AR and IoT make the young generation, the society mobilized in this direction, so that in the process of industry upgrading, make the society more stable through industry diversification. Traditionally, in the region, we have oil and gas, right? And oil and gas is in one sector, a strong sector, profit making. But in the meantime, the contribution of oil and sector as not that much as a diversified manufacturing sector. I want to invite Yassem to share experience transformation from oil gas sector on the occasion of the digital transformation into a diversified sector, as well as mobilize young generations through education, vocational education into the sector. Floor is yours, Yassem.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you very much for the panelists, Mr. Gong, Mr. Abedli. Very interesting information, especially when you touched on ICV, in-country value, and the human element. As we know, artificial intelligence, robotics, digitalization, transformation, it's coming. But we should not stay away from the human element and more of the organic in terms of the society and the quick changes which are happening. Very extreme, sudden changes, especially during 2020, we noticed that we moved away from the digital, electronic, and the information age, and we're moving now more towards the artificial intelligence. What are you going to do with all of this information in hand? What are you going to do with all of this data? It's all there. Yes, in order to sustain and to continue what we've been doing in the past 50 years in terms of investments, and let's put it this way, honestly, in the past 50 years, the UAE and the GCC countries in general have really been investing externally, outside, and realizing that it is time to look at it on an introvert and to start investing in ourselves. Invest in our education system, in our people, agriculture, municipal, and most importantly, manufacturing. The government in the UAE has really been pushing towards local manufacturing, and they have been setting up the infrastructure in order to sustain it and to make sure that it continues with the right people, the right caliber of people, and the right institutions, and whether it's companies, education sector, or government, Ministry of Advanced Technology. And what we're doing right now from the Emirates, Emirati Entrepreneurship Association, is we are speaking to the educational institutions, very important, to get the new generation fast-tracked and ready to understand that we are not dependent on oil and gas anymore. We have nuclear, we have the railroad, we're having space technology right now, and IA and robotics is coming in, as we saw from Mr. Alex. Very interesting. Robotics are coming, they're important for the manufacturing. in terms of accuracy, in terms of quality, and in terms of efficiency and mass production. It will come in, but we should not avoid the human element, and this is where we're working with the public interest. We are doing this to support the society. We're doing this to support the future leaders of industry. And we are aligning ourselves with the government directives and what our leaders are asking us to get ready and preparing us for what's to come in the future. For investment in people and the youth who are coming and getting them ready is very important. And collaborating and working together from government, SME, private, family businesses, consultants, we all come together and find the commonality, the common point. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you very much, Jassim. Have you got the key points of Jassim? Jassim is doing the job what UNIDO is doing. Again, it's like the RIS is doing. We are doing UNIDO what UNIDO doing. We build up an enabling environment for industrial development. Enabling environment means from the policy down to the value chain, even work with the vocational training, skill upgrading. So all aspects. So this, what is meaningful for each country, not only at the international level, but the country level, we need more people like Jassim to doing this really, the campaign, the capacity building, for the awareness building, for the society, be ready from mindset point of view, be ready from policy point of view, be ready from skill point of view for the transformation. This is important. Thank you, Jassim. Now, the master of ceremony stand there, mean something.
I think it's been a very, very insightful panel discussion here. There are maybe fears and hopes that are
so maybe master of science ceremony
would like to open maybe the floor for interactive discussion with the esteemed audience. I believe that it's a very interesting discussion here where we can talk about the conservative way of looking at things and the more proactive and towards the future in using technology for the best. So maybe we can open the floor for discussion, and we have yes.
I think just a moment. That's important to have interactively. In the process of a conversation, I have seen the Alexei was thinking deep. He was thinking when I was asking to ready answer what is his return on investment. He did not look around. He was thinking. So let us listen to him first. What his from manufacturing entrepreneur point of view, we are talking about investment. Did you receive your return on investment already?
No. Thank you for your question, but actually you're absolutely right. No, we are in the process and we are looking the partners and investors now.
So, why do I say so? Because we know that investment, if you go to some other places, you get quick money. But really, for those people really doing the manufacturing sector, they are contributing to the society with their own loss in the profit making in this regard. The investment in the manufacturing, the return on investment does not go that much quick back. So in this regard, I want to show my respect for those people who are involved in you, Alex and Ali, involved in the manufacturing sector. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now floor is open.
Thank you so much.
First question. introduce yourself.
First of all, thank you very much, distinguished panelists. Thank you very much, distinguished panelists, for a very enriching and enlightening views and perspective. My name is Walid Hussein. I'm currently an independent consultant and a former staff member of the Saudi Arabian oil company, Saudi Aramco, for 41 years. So now I'm doing my own private consultation after retirement. So the question that I have, gentlemen, for you from two parts. The first part is to bring the discussion closer to home. What, in your opinion, needs to be taken place to address the gap when it comes to preparing our youth and our graduates from universities to the IR for now, IR for IR.0, a few years will be 5.0. So in terms, is it digital skills only? Do they need to have soft skills as well? What universities' role they should assume in preparing the workforce for the future? The second quick question, one question. Yes. Sure.
So I want to invite Yassim.
Yes, mashkoor, Mr. Walid. This is an interesting question, and it's actually happening right now. We are doing this for the first time from the Emirates Entrepreneurship Association. I'm using this hat. I'm not using my manufacturing private side. So when we're discussing with the universities and the colleges, we notice that the universities themselves, they need consultation on what to do with the students, especially the last year, that final year, when they're doing their project. Unfortunately, we tell the students, what did you do with your project? They said they put that in the cabinet. Why didn't you apply it? You're doing sensors, remote controls, solar panels. Why aren't you applying it in the nuclear or the oil and gas field and others? So it is happening, it's actually happening. We are doing it from more of an organic approach. We're not doing it very aggressively or officially or legislative-wise. We're doing it more from a personal and an association-wise to get them involved. Universities are starting to do that to get them ready.
Yeah, the second question, very quickly.
Just a moment, I want to invite my colleague here to answer your first question as well from his perspective. He is also a journalist.
To answer your question, by the time you are 6, you are already expired. Because, I mean, thanks to China, you can talk to Mr. Wexi. He will tell you that we start this process at the third year of your life, i.e., there's no coding, templates, robotics, all this will teach the kids. And by the way, we think that kids start thinking after they are 7. This is very classical, old-fashioned thinking. They start from when they are 6 months old in their wombs, their mother's womb. So what I suggest that if we want to start, don't start with the universities, kindergarten. And by the way, you have to throw all your traditional curriculum and start fresh. We have, China is a good example if you want. For me, it's not anymore this old-fashioned thinking that what do you want to do, go to the West. Turn your eyes, your mind, southeast. You have China, you have India, you have Singapore. Yes, there is Finland in the West, but these countries have done great jobs. Just to give you an example, there is an institute in India called IIT, like MIT. They receive 400,000 applicants. How much do you think they will take? 2,000. And the kids start being ready for this when they are at the age of 3. The parents, once they see that there is something, they get them ready for that.
Thank you very much.
One last question. Okay, exactly. So now countries dominating the unicorns, US, China, and then India. What prevents us here in this part of the world, and the UAE, of course, has, I think, 1 or 2 unicorns. What prevents us here in the Middle East to bring about more unicorns to the globally? What things we need to do to graduate SMEs to become and scale and become unicorns?
So allow me to
Go to Shenzhen.
no. Allow me to give you my opinion a little bit. What build up a unicorn Unicom, you need your own unique technology. You need unique technology means you need investment. Unicorn is not something I sleep over and become unicorn from SME. No. Unicorn is excised through the market. You are specific in the market niche, at least, with special technology behind. Do you have this one? That's you can dream, but you cannot dream in the way become that way. Market technology. Of course, many unicorn, for example, in Germany, in Austria, unicorn, they are leading, they only always family operation. They don't go to public listed. So technology, market, and family owner. That is the three features of unicorn. From volume feature, policy, environmental aspect is another story. If you consider making unicorn in the country here, you consider 3 points first.
Thank you. One more question? Yes?
Hi, first of all, thanks for such an interesting discussion. My name is Mahmoud Nader. I'm CEO of a company, Schneider Electrical in Abu Dhabi, which is owning a factory selling equipment, electrical equipment, which is a company born following to the ICV Making in Emirates initiatives. Actually, my question on the IoT regarding are the customers in this region are really ready and comfortable for uploading their operating data for the consumption, assets, information to the cloud? They are really trust the cyber security and this full process. And I'm sure for the car users, yes, everyone would like his car to be connected to serve his need and so on. But I'm speak about oil and gas, governmental buildings, some really sensitive information. So this is exactly my question.
I did not get your question. I get your statement, but what's your question?
Readiness of companies in the region to
Customers.
and the customers for the out cloud uploading of data. Correct?
Thank you.
Are you talking about security? Sorry? Is it security?
Cyber
security? All your personal information is out there on the cloud. All our personal information is there. We're in the world now of information with transparency. Everything is open right now. So even in terms of, I mean, Dori, this is my 2 cents in.
Absolutely.
So you don't have privacy as much as you used to anymore. So if it's a company, a public company, so what if everybody knows how much they're making and how much they're spending? It doesn't matter. If it's not a private company, if it's a public company. But all our private information is all already in a cloud and a data. So it wouldn't really make a difference. And you have a lot of cyber securities. And in the UAE, we have one of the strongest cyber security intelligence in the world. So this is also...
Cyber security is an important topic.
I would just want to add something on that.
Cyber security important topic is not today's session's highlight. We are talking about investment. Cybersecurity, however, you need to consider the policy. If the policy is right for policy, for security, privacy is protected, technical equipment is secured, verified, and the people, the culture society, if they are willing to share information. I share with you one information in Austria. They're very cyber secure in general from technical point of view, but there's one apps in Austria is not utilized because there's no clients, no permission. That is the doctor prescription. Because doctor prescription shows the individual privacy. No people will to upload the private privacy. What medicine they have taken, what sickness they have. That one apps does not functional in Austria, for example.
We'll take one more question and then we'll wrap up the session. So one more question here. One more question? No. Well, I believe that populating information is very important and bridging the gap between experts and the users, because the people out there are asking so many questions. Some people are fearing of the future. Some people are very well informed. There is a gap between each and every one of us. We should not be assuming that we are all experts in the field. There are commoners who have the right to information, who have the right to see what will happen for their businesses. We are not all digitally knowledgeable. We are not all technologically able, even as manufacturers. So it's very important to bridge that gap. I would leave the floor to Dr. Wegsy to wrap up, and I would like to invite our esteemed panelists to stand for a commemorative picture after that.
Thank you very much. It's not really a wrap up. I want to each of you to share one sentence as a takeaway for the audience. Takeaway, answer one question. It's not what you have talking. You may have not thinking, but you have experience. What the investment, the topic today, what investment in the digital transformation means for you. One sentence shared with the audience. Please.
Please forget about the illusion to invest in software, hardware, or infrastructure. Invest in a human being.
I would say increasing productivity.
Alex.
I think that it's multifunction, multidisciplinary. My topic is that investment in multidisciplinary area, because of course, like robotics is very multidisciplinary area, and I believe that we need investment in this one.
Thank you very much. You speak more than one sentence because one sentence is saved by Reese. Reese did not say that more investment in the sector means he has more chance to earn money. That's why he did not say. Ali?
Yeah, I would say the investment should be on the e-mobility. It doesn't matter what achievement, technological achievement that we have, we still need to move from one place to the other. So and the future of mobility is electric.
Yes, investment in the process of digital transformation means equal quality for all.
That's right.
For all players, shareholders of industry sectors, because it's from different angles you can make your value added. Make value added means you earn the money.
Yes.
Floor is yours, Jassim.
I think just work with what you have and just try to be as lean as possible. Don't go over, don't go under. Stay on the equilibrium.
Thank you very much. Let us close the session. Have a group photo here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.